Can you stand, please? And we'll come back to this. These are going to be hung on the wall and back to them regularly. So, what does Tom stand for? Right, okay. So take us up to lunch. We're going to exercise on trust.
Trousers off now or later?
Sorry?
Trousers off now or later?
You now. Everybody else later. Before. Okay. So, can you pair up with someone, please? Someone who has similar shoes to you.
No. They look expensive.
And whoever doesn't choose someone gets me. Great. Sure. Me. So why wouldn't you have chosen me?
Because they don't look like my shoes.
Interesting though, notice how quickly people look for differences rather than similarities. I asked you to link up with someone with similar shoes and you discounted so many people. So can you tell us, come up with 10 similarities between Julie's shoes and mine?
Two of them.
Two of them, right?
Laser.
Got cells.
Tassels.
Tassels, right? Tassels.
Stitching.
There are laces in there. Yeah, they are laced across there. You're absolutely right. Tassel, yeah.
They're leather.
Leather, yes.
Both contain remarkably attractive people.
Thank you.
Both made in Korea.
Sorry?
Both made in Korea.
Both made in Korea. Probably, yeah. Go on, keep going. We've got 6.
Put your feet in both of them.
Yes, great. Otherwise, because there are feet in both of them, you can put your feet in both of them, which is one similarity. There are feet in both of them, which is another similarity because they could be here without feet in them. So we've got 8. What else?
You're not wearing heels either of you.
Not wearing heels either.
Which is
Yeah.
strange for you, Ross.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a bitch, you really.
I'm not sure it worked out.
On what?
Similar sizes.
Yeah.
They're both average size for size.
They probably are, actually.
There's a 50-50 chance you're going to upset one of us.
You're in the same 50 centimetres bracket.
Yes, absolutely, yes, absolutely right. Sorry. So what's the point?
There are more similarities than differences.
There are more similarities. And what happens when we're in conflict with someone, if I'm in conflict with Graham, we're going hammer and tongs arguing about something, all we see in that moment is the differences. We're not seeing all the things that we have in common. If someone walked through that door now and they were a murderer, they'd been labelled a murderer, like 20 years ago they murdered someone, they went to jail, they come out, they're out now, but they are a murderer. How much of their lifetime have they spent murdering? If they kill one person, seconds. Absolute seconds. And yet it's an extreme example. We label them for life. Same as you join a team of people and you see someone in the corner going at someone. How long do you avoid that person? It's the first time you've seen them in operation and you won't go near them for how long?
As long as possible.
As long as possible. Because that's the sort of person they are. And the brain says, I don't clean the teeth. If I see this person being angry with someone else and pointing the finger, that's probably going to happen to me at some point. And what are all the other things that you do that I won't like? So it starts to add up all the similarities on that side of the fence rather than this side of the fence. So be careful your assumptions. Assumption was mentioned earlier about how we observe and make assumptions. Assumptions aren't always accurate. You can't assume that someone is always like that. So face your partner, please. This may be the most challenging thing we do today. And please put your hands by your side.
Step back.
And I'm going to ask you for an unspecified amount of time just to look in the eyes of the person in front of you in complete silence. And put your hands by your side and notice your tendency to want to hold your own hand. Observe how you feel. Breathe. And notice all the different judgments and connotations we put on this particular activity. There are 6 billion people on the planet. I'm asking you to look in the eyes of one of them. And some of you are freaking out. What's that about? Come on. What's that about? It's a metaphoric question. So, and return your gaze to the front of the room. And notice how the body language things you need to tap on yourself, hold your hand. These, from side to side, looking away, looking back. Why? What's all that about?
A heightened state of insecurity.
Why?
You're going back into a normal possession because it's just outside the comfort zone, or
Yeah.
cultural differences and standing so close to somebody.
What's it got to do with ground rules and Tom and trust?
You know, there are very few people that you would go up to and
That who would go up? That who would go up to?
That I would go up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bet. I would go up to that I would go up to and look at in their eyes intently for that period of time.
Yeah.
It's just not something that you would do.
Who would do?
I would do. Yeah, I would do. Apart from a few people.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's sort of ground rules around who I can do this and who I can't do this with. So we put all these ground rules on this particular relationship. This is a relationship. So we're going to up the ante with the relationship. Now we're going to ask you to do something with this person. It'll be legal.
Just take consent.
And it's going to be based on, oh God, Tom. So I'm going to ask you to look in this person's eyes again in a moment. Decide who's partner A and who's partner B. Yeah. So you're
Flexibility.
so partner A and partner B. Okay. I'll be partner A.
I love your gun.
Yeah, sorry, I'll be partner. Yeah, I'll be partner A. Now I'll be partner B. Sorry, I'm really decisive. Right, I'll be partner B. That's how this works. Yeah, I'll be partner B. So partner B is going to go first, by the way. I expect the unexpected. So, and notice how you manoeuvred yourself to be partner A when you really want to be partner B, or vice versa. So partner B is going to go first. Partner B is going to ask partner A to do something for them that will take a maximum of 1 minute. Must be accomplished inside the room here. It must involve trust, objectives, and motivation. What I'm suggesting is that everything you ask someone else to do, or yourself to do, in other words, every activity you ever engage yourself in, yourself or other people, involves trust, objectives, and motivation. So I'm going to ask you to ask them to do something that they trust you enough to do it. The objectives are clear enough. And make sure there is sufficient motivating factor. Now the key is, you'll know the sufficient motivating factor if they do it. If somebody in your life is not doing, let me say some managers and leaders of big companies, if someone is not doing what you want them to do, including your manager, you go to your customer, if you like, if they're not signing the form, if they're not doing what you want them to do, somehow there's not enough trust, not enough objectives, but mainly there's not enough motivating factor. Because even if these are low and this is high, it'll probably happen. So identify the trust, the objectives, and the motivating factor. Any questions on what you're asking them to do?
Something in this room.
Yes, go out in the room, so it can be move a chair for them, or write something on a board, or pay you a compliment, get you a glass of water. As long as it involves no violence or nudity. Sorry. Paul, you had a question?
No, I had to sneeze.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. Ask you to sneeze for me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Nothing you do it on cue. So, face your partner again, Mark, please. Hands by your side. Partner B, looking at partner A and wondering just for a moment, what are you going to ask them to do? And look at the partner, not at me. And look at this partner, look at the eye. And notice if you're looking in one eye at a time, they won't notice that you're only looking in one eye. But if you try to look at both eyes, you will look shifty. So as a confidence thing, just look in one eye. And notice how much more confident you feel. And breathe.
As well.
And partner B, can you ask partner A to get this thing done? It'll take 1 minute. Go.
I was thinking
We've seen, you know,